Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? I see we got like 4 people waiting in the lobby, so hopefully you guys are listening. Hope I'm not just speaking into the void. All right. Yeah. Okay, that's weird. I had really weird trouble with my own streams on YouTube for a while now, and I don't understand why. Like they always freeze on my computer. I don't know why. Hello, Eddie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That is weird. I am streaming through StreamYard. The high CG showed up on my YouTube page 5+ seconds before it showed up on my phone. That shouldn't be happening. Cool. All right. Hello, everyone that's here so far. This is definitely earlier than usual, but I told everyone yesterday it'd probably be earlier than usual. Again, like 5 seconds, man. That's crazy. All right, I see a few more people popping in here now. Hello, heroes. Hello, Laura. Welcome. How's Geo's yet? I word goods, I promise. How's GeoGuessr? It is okay sometimes. Hello, Demi. Oh, how am I, by the way? Thanks for asking, both of you. Warm. So I have my window closed right now, even though it's very hot out, because we have like just shitty air right now. It's not horrible air, but it's bad enough that I'm kind of just like, I'll just inconvenience myself for a day, because apparently like tonight going into tomorrow morning, it's supposed to like blow back out of our area. Supposed to. If it doesn't, I will regret this decision right now. But I thought about it and I'm like, I can be inconvenienced for one day to like have the air in my room not be terrible. So I have my window closed even though it's hot out. Part of the reason I'm late, I planned on doing this stream about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, but I had to push it back because the city came by to clean our air vents in the hallways, and it was really loud. And yeah, no warning. They do that all the time, and I have complained about that in the past, that they never give warning when they do shit like this. Yeah. Anyway, side rant over. I have a fan beside my desk, so if you hear something, it's probably this. But besides that, I also have a fan over in the corner of my room. I also even have like my air purifier on, although I don't think it's doing much anymore. I honestly think I probably have to change the filter at this point, but it's all there. Pointless rambling aside, yeah, I am a bit warm. What do we got here? So, all right, Demi, we will rip into that topic first. So, Demi points out this point. Sad it's confirmed that Cisco is not coming back. So if you're just getting here now and you have not been anywhere on the internet yet today, Entertainment Weekly or TV Line, I forget which one broke this. There's been a few things that have dropped today. I think it was Entertainment Weekly that had this one. They did an interview with Carlos Valdez, and in there he confirmed he will not be in the finale, that they could not work out the schedule. He really wanted to, and he's disappointed he wasn't able to, but scheduling wise, it was not possible. And so he finally confirmed it. I find it weird because we literally heard him like 3-4 weeks ago at a convention telling fans when they asked that question, he was like, it's 50-50. Like, you knew the answer when these people asked you then, Carlos. Come on, man. But it's now official. Now official that that is the case. So I don't want to say I told you so, but I've been telling you guys for about 2 months now. I didn't expect him to be there. I had been told long ago that when I specifically asked about Carlos, I shouldn't expect him. I had had 2 different people on the crew. Now, one really didn't work there long. They'd only worked there for a few shifts, so they weren't that in the know. But they probably had heard some things already. And the other one definitely worked there a long time. Had both told me that they were sure Carlos wasn't in it. So I had known for a while. I had always put the small possibility of what ifism in there, like what if they did a scene on May 13th, because the studio is still open to them, and to not open as in like they could go in there and work, but open as in officially their business was still in there until May 12th. After May 12th, they would have been open to go film a scene somewhere else or do whatever somewhere else. Up until May 12th, they would have had to do it there in Vancouver or pay a heavy penalty to do it that they are clearly not in the financial situation to do. So, yeah, we've I think we've mostly all known this was coming, but yeah, it is what it is. All right. I guess we'll jump into the next quick topic here. Justin's like, CG, did you hear Superman Lois season 3 ends on a cliffhanger? What I've heard is that is apparently the case. I saw this in my Twitter feed somewhere, and I don't remember where the original source of the material for this claim is. If you know, feel free to let me know, and that's all good. But for now, I've just heard that as a rumor. If there's like an official quote from like Todd Helbing or Tyler Hecklin, I was really stretching to remember Tyler's name for a second, or someone else on the cast, then feel free to let me know. But at the moment, I just thought that was like maybe a rumor or something. But apparently that is the case. That also said, on the season 3 front, going into season 4 front, the CW today, their president made a quote that, without actually saying the words, they basically said, we're not going to have Superman and Lois here next year. Let me try and find the exact quote. Wow, there's been a lot that's happened today. Where is this? Oh, yeah. Superman and Lois creatively is very strong. It does well in broadcast. It does well in digital, but it's expensive and doesn't make money for us. And we don't have the rights to prior seasons. This is an exact quote from the CW president, Brad Schwartz. So what he's saying is, it's an expensive show, and we might not or don't make money on it. And we don't have the rights to air previous seasons. Where's the benefit for us? So he basically is saying there's no way it's coming there. Now there's always some possibility that some behind the scenes stuff could happen, and Warner Brothers gives them a sweetheart deal that gives them the flexibility to take it on, but that's probably not happening. I think at this point, the only real option that there is for this now is HBO Max. HBO Max is honestly the only option available to them for season 4 now. They're not likely getting the CW giving them a go for season 4, so yeah, that's awkward. Right. Eddie's like, I did a rewatch last night of the episode, and I have to say it's cool, but had a few flaws with it. Yeah, there's some flaws with it, but I think it was a great episode with some flaws in it. I know last night in my live, I said the scene with Nora felt awkward to me. The scene with Nora and Eddie felt awkward to me. On a rewatch of it myself, I feel less that, but yeah. Not a perfect episode, but definitely in this season, it's the third best episode of the season. That's not a high bar, obviously, but it's the third best episode of the season. Maybe second. I don't know. I might put it on par with episode 9. Hard to say. Because 9, I don't know. It's definitely in the top 3, though. What else we got here? Cecile and Keon gonna defeat Zoom, Savitar, Thong, Godspeed with the power of love and friendship. Dude, Brandon, I don't think you've seen what they can do. Keon can defeat them with the power of Thanos snap, and Cecile can defeat them with the power of what's that Doctor Strange move thing? Like, yeah. I watched Cecile last night, Doctor Strange somebody, and last week Keon Thanos snapped somebody, so they can mess people up, man. Did you hear that dates for Loki season 2 and Echo were released? Nope. Didn't even know there was a Loki season 2. And Echo, I haven't heard of Echo in months. I'd forgot all about it. It's just a missed opportunity that Cisco is not in the finale. Yeah, it is. I mean, he said in the article that when he left the show, it never, ever, ever crossed his mind that he wouldn't be in the finale. He just assumed when that time came, he would be able to do it, and it just didn't turn out that way. So he had every intention of coming back, but life just, sometimes you get a curveball that you can't hit. What do you think will be the final scene of the Flash show? A list of credits going by. I'm unhappy that Cisco is not coming back. Well, I mean, sometimes things just happen, when you read the article, it clearly sounds like he wanted to, he really tried to, and just the reality of the situations just these things do happen. He really wanted to come back, and it just didn't work out on his schedule. Unfortunately, he already had other commitments that he couldn't just pass up. So it is how it is, Where was I? I feel like I skipped something. Oh, yeah, I did. Well, even though he won't return, at least we got enough time with Cisco in 7 seasons. Yeah. Tired of CW dragging it out as Superman will be renewed. There's probably still some backdoor question marks. They have got infinite amount of time right now to really solve that since there's a writer's strike going on. Honestly, they don't need to make that decision today. The only reason we're hearing about any of this today is because of all the upfronts and all that stuff right now. It's the only reason we heard anything about it right now. They don't need to make that decision today. There's probably some backdoor questions that are still being discussed. Are you going to watch Transformers? No. I've never watched a Transformers movie in my life. I haven't seen a Transformers product since I was a kid. I don't remember when the Transformers cartoons were on, like the 80s, early 90s. I don't remember when it was, but I was a kid. Is Keto Shimizu giving Todd Helbing tips on how to end the season? Bubble. I think I think Todd had to swing big and hope for the best because he probably already knew going in that best case scenario, you're only getting one more season. Will it be annoying if it's a big cliffhanger? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, I mean, you've got to run on the hope that you are coming back. You also got to remember he would have had to have written this several months ago. We don't know what they were told back then. They were probably told back then, like, right now, we probably are picking you up. Like, we don't know what the behind the scenes discussions were back then, right? HBO Max would be a good platform. I mean, it's a platform. It would suck because you wouldn't get it in a lot of places right away. I mean, it's fine if you're an American who's willing to pay for a streaming service, but if you are literally the other 98% of the people, no, it's not. But there's not a lot of other options available to them, right? So, I think they should move to HBO Max because Superman and Lois is an amazing show. Well, I mean, it's their only option, right? I mean, they're not going to go anywhere else. HBO Max owns their streaming rights, and no one else is going to pick it up without the streaming rights. You warned us about Cisco? I did. I saw Eric's reaction on how the show has made Barry a supporting character on his own show. I saw a tweet from him. I think it was a link to a YouTube video or something like that that said something like that. Or maybe it was in my YouTube recommended. I don't know. I just saw the title and I'm kind of like, yeah, it's not overly accurate, but it's not wrong, I guess. I mean, you got to remember a lot of that's not on the writers. A lot of that's on Grant Gustin. Between him getting sick and his negotiations for however much time he wanted off this season, what are they supposed to do? Fucking have a cardboard cutout of him in the scene? Like, what do you expect them to do? You expect them to write material for a guy that's not going to be there? So, like, you know, whatever. You know, Eric's a good guy and all, but sometimes he does have wrong takes. Cecile will use her power of dubstep to defeat Zoom. I don't get that reference. Cecile's suit is cool. I agree with you, CG. It looked black at first until you see it up close. Yeah, so it is black. So I believe there's two versions of the suit. There's the 2023 version that we will see next episode, and that we saw in that scene where she went forward in time or whatever. That is the suit she has in 2023, but I believe her 2029 or 2049 suit, because we see them at the start of the episode come back into Star Labs together when we first are introduced to 2049, and her suit is clearly black then. So yeah, I don't know. Superman Lewis cliffhanger comments came from CW boss over at TV Line. Oh, okay. Okay. That's frustrating, but you know. I don't know if anyone saw that in the finale promo, but I saw someone in a suit holding someone that was laying down on the floor. The person looked almost like Nora. The scene was shown so quick. Are you talking? Okay, there's been a couple of promos. Are you talking the 20-second one that came out yesterday, or are you talking the 1 minute one that came out today? Eddie, if you want to give me a heads up on that, let me know, and I will quickly look at it again. I don't know if anyone. Oh, I just read that comment. Eddie, it was Allegra over Chester. What? Oh, okay. The one from yesterday, the 20-second clip. Oh, that's a lot harder to look at because it is only 20 seconds, but I will give it a try. Where's Arrowverse scenes page? By the way, if you guys don't know, there's a 1 minute trailer that came out today for next week's episode. Just to let you know. So for those of you that maybe didn't get enough in last night's 20-second thing at the end. A little something for you else that's out there. Oh, these are just still images. That's not what I wanted. Where's last night's trailer? Oh, right, yeah, because it came out while the episode was on. That's right. Stupid. Okay, I see what you're talking about. And I do believe that was Chester laying on the ground. Definitely Chester. So I believe that's Allegra over top of him. Yeah, you can't tell who the woman is, but I'm pretty sure that's Allegra. Eric went off last night on Twitch. Oh yeah? What did he say? I can't watch Eric. I don't know what Eric has done in his settings, but I cannot watch his old Twitch streams, and I do not know why. Apparently, you can only watch it if you are actually subscribed to him, and I've never seen another person on Twitch with those settings, so I don't understand. So I can't even watch his old streams. I saw today's trailer. Why did they not release it yesterday? Because it would have been too late in the day. You're not going to release a trailer for an episode. It was really fucking weird, the TV line one coming out while the episode was on. But there was no way they were going to release a full trailer at 6 o'clock at night. They're not going to release it at 6 o'clock at night. It'd get no traction. One of the villains must have destroyed Star Labs because it looked like a mess in there. I mean, they haven't fixed a hole in their roof in 10 years, so I mean, Feels like the writers and execs are both being stubborn. Can we just lock them in a room together and get a deal done? Well, the writers aren't being stubborn. Writers are expecting very reasonable things. The studios are expecting things to just go the way they have their entire life, and they refuse to catch up to the fact that times have changed. Studios have for a long time always been slow to give things up because they like money. And every single step along the way, they have to fight the writers and everybody else down the line have to fight to get these little things out of them because the studios don't want to give up that extra sliver of a percentage. This one's a bigger one. This one's actually kind of a big one because what the writers are also asking for is royalties off of streaming. And that's never been on the table before. It was a big deal back in the 80s when it was royalties off DVD sales, or not DVD, back then it was VHS sales. That was a big deal back then, and there was a fight about it back then, but I think they obviously avoided a strike back then or something. But that was a big one then. Streaming is a new beast that, you know, for the last 10 years, studios have had free money off things that if it was airing on television back like it was in the 90s and 80s and earlier, they would have had to pay the writers off on that. They would have had to pay the writers off on royalties from those episodes airing on television. But because now they air on a magic little screen in everybody's hand, they don't have to pay them. How is that fair? So, you know, they're asking for reasonable things. I just don't I don't know how long this is going to last, but it's not going to be resolved anytime soon, you know. You need to be a subscriber in order to watch his old streams. I know. That's what I'm saying. It's weird as fuck. I follow like 50 people on Twitch. I've never seen that on anybody else's streams. Anybody else I follow, like, I can go right now, just casually. Who's got one that's probably been in the last few days? Surely you have. You must have done a tournament today. Let's see. Yep, I'm gonna watch his fucking stream right now. Not subscribed to him. Like, I don't understand what Eric did in his settings, but he's the only person I know on all of Twitch where I can't watch his streams after they're over. It's weird. I don't know if he knows that's a problem or not, but yeah. What did you think of the aging effects they used in last night's episode? Oh my god, state of the art. I couldn't even tell you that it was perfection. Oh. So I'm going to tell I'm going to show you. I'm just going to show you. Where would I find this? Give me a second, guys. I'll be with you in 10 seconds. Oh, probably longer. Well, that was awkward. I just realized the thing I was looking for is actually on my phone. So I got a photo of Jesse L. Martin the other day at the set for The Irrational, which is his new show. And he's wearing makeup in the scene to disfigure his face. He's got like a big scar that goes down his neck, it looks like he got burned at some time in his life, and it goes from like his ear down to his neck. And when you see it up close, you look at it and you're like, that actually looks like it could be real. They clearly did not hire the Flash cosmetic team for his show, because their job on the Flash was atrocious. God awful atrocious. And it has been in recent memory. I don't know if it's always been bad, but definitely this season, every time they've had to age up a character, it's fucking awful. It is the worst of the worst. I have seen better jobs in high school plays than on the Flash. I don't know why. I don't know if it was a budget reason. I don't know if they had to get rid of the makeup team or what, but they refuse, just stubbornly refuse to make anyone look over 30. They refuse. They're like, you're going to be 62 in the show, but we want you to look 29. Ugh, I want to punch something over it. It's fucking stupid. Anyways, rant over. No, it was not good. Yeah, it's true, because we saw in past seasons people show up and Star Labs doesn't have the best security. Oh, no, they do not have the best security. For a secret lair of a superhero group, terrible security. I mean, some of the writers who are causing distractions and won't let award shows and other shooting schedules that are supposed to happen. Huh? I feel like you didn't get to finish a sentence there. I mean, some of the writers who are causing distractions and won't let award shows and other shooting schedules that are supposed to happen. I feel like there's something in that sentence I'm missing. I mean, I think I get what you're trying to say, but I don't know which part I should answer there. If your point is that they're being mean and not letting things just happen, that's what you're supposed to fucking do. When you go on strike, your job is to make sure that the people you are striking against cannot just go around doing their business. Your job is to get them to come and fucking negotiate with you. And if you have to inconvenience their job to do that, that's what you're supposed to do. So if that was your point, you're like, I think it's mean that the writers are like interrupting things. That's what they're supposed to fucking do. It's how you get shit done. Wonder if Chegra will have a wedding after the team Flash is done with their battle at Cobalt Blue. Whoa, maybe, eh? Hold the phone. I just realized that promo that shows Chester laying on the ground with Allegra over top. We know in 2049 they're alive. Stupid fucking CW. Anyway. Why not just turn that Star Labs hole into a landing pad for a Javelin ship? The Javelin ship is DC Quinjet X-Men jet. I don't know. I'm just glad Quantum Leap got 8 episodes done and that it will get them through the first half of the season next fall. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, they better hope the strike doesn't go on too long or else they're going to have a very long hiatus. I really wanted Cisco back, but I prepared myself for it not happening when you gave the warning the first time, so I was sort of already expecting him not appearing. Yeah, see, I mean, those of you that are in the chat on the regular basis here, you probably at least were, at least prepared for that news. But there's a lot of people out there on Twitter today that are probably just like, I can't believe that's not happening. How could they make it work? Like, I don't know, man. But yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is, you know? CG, I have a question to ask you. If you could direct an episode, no, I don't direct. Directing is a lot of work for no fucking pleasure. I don't know why people would want to direct anything. It's a fucking horrible job. I watch directors, and all I think is they must hate themselves so much to take this job on. You, as a director, your only things you get to do is maybe tell an actor to do something different and tell a lighting crew to move something else. Everything else is pre-planned. The script is in front of you. The scenes have been chosen. You probably go up to scouting crew and look for scenes, but the scouting crew is the ones that's going to tell you what places you have to film in. You have almost no control, but everybody's going to look at the job and think whether you did good or not based off of other people's decisions. You know? Iris looked older than Cecile. Cecile is supposed to be close to 80, and she looked like the same gray, with some few gray streaks. Well, that's because I have this weird feeling that Eric Wallace has some crush on Danielle Nicolette, because he's dressing her up in leather all the time. Her hair looks ridiculously too nice. They spent a lot of time trying to make Danielle Nicolette look impressive this year. And she's in her 50s, if I'm not mistaken. I think Danielle Nicolette's in her 50s. 49. She's only a couple months younger than me. Or, sorry, a couple months younger than me. Quit trying to make her look 29, guys. Just stop trying. She's past the days of being a 29-year-old. Just stop. Flash makeup used to be pretty good, when it was time Revenant Barry aka Savitar wasn't bad. Yeah, they had more money back then. Hey CG in chat, hello Jordan. CG, did you like the Flash episode? Because I thought it could have been better, but it's still better than the episodes we have in the first half of the season. Yeah, you missed it earlier in the chat, Jordan. I went over this. I think it's the third best episode of the season right now. Yeah, I did enjoy it. I thought it was great for a good chunk of it, with a couple of clunky little bits that maybe drop it down. I gave the episode a 9, and almost all of that is on the shoulders of Rick Cosnet. Because without Rick Cosnet pulling off what he did with that episode, I think it's about a 7. Heard that Actors and Directors Guild are threatening to strike. Yep. Maybe if Chester dies, the timeline changes. Guess that's possible. But Eric Wallace already told us nobody dies. Eric Wallace showed that hand at the fucking start of the season, so we already know. QL team was supposed to go on Quantum Leap. Okay. Supposed to go on break anyway, apparently, and yes, I agree. Whoever edited that promo spoiling Flash next week was dumb. What did they spoil again? I'm trying to remember. What was in the trailer that was a big spoiler that we were talking about? I can't remember. Oh, maybe I'll think of it in a minute, or someone in chat will remind me. Can't Keown just revive anyone that may die in the finale with her powers? Seems like it. I read an article that Grant Gustin didn't like his suit because it bothered his armpits. Sounds about right. He told me back in season 1, he did not enjoy wearing the suit. I think a lot of the reason the suit kept changing is because of things he probably found over time. Because I think one of the problems when you're wearing a suit like that is you'll find an annoyance, but it won't come out on day 1. Day 1, you're not like, you put the suit on, you're like, okay, you know what? This fits much better. I like this one better than the last one. But 3 months in, when it's a little more worn in, is moving a different way, suddenly you're like, you know what? My armpits are like really sore all the time because it rubs in there. And then they have to change that. And then next time come with the new one, and all of a sudden you're like, and now like it's rubbing in my groin. And then next time they're like, and now my neck. Like, it's probably things like this, but you don't notice it on day 1 when you test out the suit. It's not until a few days, weeks, months later when it's maybe worn in more, or an abundance of wearing of it brings a different feel, It's the same as if you try on new shoes. They don't fit the first day. If you find a pair that do fit the first day, odds are probably in a month they're going to be too loose for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, things just change with a little bit of wear and tear. Cecile's powers allow her Doctor Strange Nora from the crystal. Yes, she's Doctor Strange now as well. Did Cecile have her arm in a sling in episode 11? Yeah, I think you're right. I think she did. I mean, Keown probably could just like snap and fix it, They don't even need Caitlin back anymore. They got Keown. She can just like snap things into fixing. Also, can the reason the Flash felt so cramped and disjointed this season be because they had to cram everything in that they were going to do for a possible season 10? No, this is not 2 seasons of material crammed into one. They would have had to sit there and decide which things are cutting. I'm glad you told us before the news came out that Cisco wasn't going to be coming back, because I would have been more upset if I didn't know. Well, you're welcome. sorry, I had to tell you. CG, are you glad after next week you never have to hear West Island fans ever again? Oh, I'll hear them still. I will still, once every 2-3 months, have like a Melissa Benoist fan rage at me over something, and every 6 months I'll have like an Emily Bett Rickards fan rage at me over something. They'll still bitch at me in the future about something that's nothing to do with me. She's 49 in 26 years. She looks the same. Yeah, because she has to look under 30 so that Eric Wallace can be excited about writing for her character. I actually think Eric Wallace gets a lot of flack for shit he does, but the abomination of like trying to make a 50-year-old look like a 30-year-old every fucking week is exhausting. And as you said, she was supposed to be 75 in this episode, and she still looked 30. No, just don't. She can't pull off 30 when she's 49. She definitely shouldn't be able to pull it off when she's 75. Age her up, be an adult, write like you're writing for an adult. Ugh. Eric gave the episode a 5 out of 10. Okay, Eric. Right, sure. What's your favorite Daniel Panabaker character of The Flash? Caitlin, Frost, or Keown? I won't lie, she has done some of the best work on The Flash. They all bring different things that are, each of them are very interesting. I don't hate the Keown character. I actually don't. I kind of like the character, but I would say out of those three, probably Frost, I think. Caitlin's pretty good, but a big part of what kind of brings down Caitlin for me is she's just too mopey a lot of times. Like, we had to listen to her mope about Ronnie for like 3 seasons. And then, she's had to mope about other things. And she doesn't add a lot of in the field value. She was mostly a doctor slash scientist. They already had a scientist in Cisco. They didn't need they could use a doctor, but, of all the characters, she was kind of not often that valuable in the story. Frost was more. And Frost had that smart-ass personality that would come up with some good lines once in a while. I think the only reason Cecile didn't age up is because Cecile is Eric's favorite character. Yes, it is. Chester is on the ground. They spoiled that Chester and Allegra were alive still. They didn't spoil it. The episode spoiled. Can't even say the episode spoiled. The episode showed they were alive. It wasn't spoiled. It was a bad decision on the CW to use that clip in the promo, considering everyone knows the answer. Keown might die. Maybe. She might have to sacrifice herself to save something or something along those lines. Because she did say that she's leaving the team at the end of the battle. So, do you think Reverse Flash will betray the evil speedsters because he said Barry's life is mine? Yeah, I saw that in the trailer, and that was one of the things I thought of. I'm like, oh, could we have a turn happen? He's done it before. He's screwed over people before because of his desire to want to end Barry. Yes, I agree that especially with them changed so much over the years. Yeah, I agree that especially with them changed so much over the years. I don't know what that sentence was in reference to. How far behind am I in the chat? Only 5 minutes, and I have no idea what that was in reference to. I'm not going to be hard on the Flash because I know Grant wanted some time off and he got COVID, so it's not going to be easy writing for the rest of the season. Yeah, I said this a little while ago, Jordan. I guess you probably weren't here, but we were talking about Eric was griping that that Barry has become a guest star on the show this year, and I'm kind of like, that's not on the writers, dude. The writers and the showrunner have to abide by what the actors' contractual obligations are, and on top of that, yeah, he got sick, so this is like being mad at people for stuff that happened during COVID. It's like, yeah, they can't do a big scene with 250 people because there's COVID. You can't be mad at them dealing with the stuff that they're not allowed or have to do. You can't be mad at them for that. You can be disappointed, but going on a 3-minute rant, or I haven't watched Eric's review, but I know how he can be. You can't go on a 2 or 3 minute rant about something that is out of their control. Cecile should be in Marvel instead of the Flash. Maybe that'll happen. That one line in the finale trailer that gave me chills when Barry said, "I'm trying to save the timeline and the people that I love," and Keown says, "Then believe in the impossible." I don't remember hearing that. I've watched the trailer like twice, and I don't remember that line, but it's probably there. I remember the part about saving the timeline or something like that. Vaguely sounds familiar. At least Iris looks old in 2049. I think a little bit. Compared to everybody else in that scene, I will say maybe she looks a little more aged up, but it's only slightly. Gave me season 1 vibes all over again. That's good. That's good. If Superman and Lois gets canned by the CW, it'll be the first time that I won't have anything to watch on the CW. So in 28 years, I've had things to watch on there, and now it's dead. Well, the CW hasn't been around 28 years. The CW has only been around for 10 to 15. So I don't think you are true to that statement. My prediction is that Barry will talk Eddie down and the other villains will turn on Eddie, and to stop the villains, Keelan will have to max out her powers to fix the timeline, and Caitlin will return. So a lot of predictions. I was very shocked watching Eric's review and how upset he got at the episode. Really, eh? Jeez. I almost don't even want to watch it because I enjoyed the episode and I feel like I would just be pissed off at his review. Yeah, it sounds like he's nitpicking something for whatever reason, and I don't know why. Can't really blame Eric for not liking this episode that much. I mean, he's allowed to not like it. I just strongly disagree with it. In the future, they still use keys for locks. Iris should not leave the key in the same place. Okay, I don't get that reference, but okay. I feel like they didn't give character enough time to grow, and she's been on the show longer than Frost. Who? Which character, Jordan? Eric rant on the Flash episode. Do you think Godspeed will fight Reverse Flash because of the events of the season 7 finale? Anything's possible. I mean, you should know your Godspeed. Welcome to the chat, Godspeed. Guys, Godspeed is right here. Watch out. Be careful. Also, I'm guessing someone else is voicing Savitar because that doesn't sound like Tobin Bell. No idea. Don't even know who Tobin Bell is, so I can't tell you if it sounds like him or not. Why? Is that who voiced him the first time? How long did you think The Flash would go? No idea. When it first started, I thought it would get at least 5 to 7 seasons, but I always hoped for 10. I remember early on, Grant referenced something one time when I was talking to him about wanting to break Smallville's record, and I thought, yeah, I think they can do it, but they didn't get that chance. I didn't even read the rest of your comment. Grant wanted to go. Yeah, he did. So I guess future Jenna lives with Joe in the future. Yeah, obviously. I mean, she can't live with her mom, who's off superheroing for 97% of the year. I saw on Paige's channel that the Reverse Flash that we see in the finale is the Reverse Flash from season 1, because we already got Matt and now we got Tom, 2 of the best Reverse Flashes. When you say 2 of the best Reverse Flashes, we only have 2 Reverse Flashes that I'm aware of. Wait, no, we have 3 Reverse Flashes. I forgot Grant Gustin was also Reverse Flash. I'm shocked Zoom is working with Cobalt Blue because Zoom is a team player. Huh? Some of you guys' comments just confusing me. Sorry, I meant to combine 28 years of CW and WB. Oh, okay. Godspeed has a beard now. Prison was rough. Does he? Did they show his face? I didn't see a face. I'm not going back to look at it right now. Maybe later I will. Todd told EW that if they get a season 4, he'd be open to Superman and Lois keeping the Arrowverse alive with guest appearances. I heard that. I'm like, dude, you already fucking closed that door on everyone. There's a reason everyone's mad at you. Eddie said to Iris that she left her key. Oh, did he? Oh, okay. You watch any Gotham Knights episodes? I'm at least 3 episodes behind on that. I have to get caught up on that because I'm not. I'm not like obsessed with it where I have to watch it as soon as it comes out, but I'm also so far not hating it, so I should catch up on it. But it's always the show that gets pushed aside. And yeah. There's no Superman and Lois episode this week, was there? Was there a Superman and Lois episode this week? I don't think there was there? No, I'm pretty sure there isn't because I haven't seen any reviews for it or anything anywhere. Huh. I guess there was no Gotham Knights either then. Hmm. With all the shows over, helping think schedule guest appearances would be easier now. Would love to have Grant and Candace pop in? Well, that's only assuming that they aren't working on new things. I don't know if Todd Helbing is aware, but there are other shows on the planet. I mean, maybe in his universe there's only one show. I mean, in his universe there's also only one superhero. So I don't know. Maybe there's only one fucking show over there. Everybody in the world just has to watch Superman and Lois. Oh yeah, Grant was Reverse Flash from Armageddon crossover last season. That was a good one. Yes, he was. There's a promo photo of Thawne, Zoom, and Godspeed. Well, yeah. I don't know if you just never have seen my blog, but there's a photo of them standing there together with the others. So makes sense there'd be a promo of the three of them together, especially because actually no, because in the lineup photo I took, Godspeed and Zoom were on the opposite ends of it. So yeah, like Godspeed, it went Godspeed, Reverse Flash, Savitar, Cobalt Blue, Zoom. People keep saying Justice U is happening, but I find that hard to believe. They aren't wanting to do more Superman and Lois, apparently, so can't see them spending money on spin-off. So Trekopedia, you must not have been here at the start of the stream. Justice U is officially not going forward. Literally announced it like an hour or two ago. They canceled or didn't go forward with that and some other show that was on the network that was in limbo. But yeah, it's done now. It's DOA. Godspeed might pull out a lightsaber and kill Cecile. No, Cecile would sense that. And then she would feel that he's got anger in him. And then she would Doctor Strange him out of there. Superman, Lois, and Gotham Knights are on break this week. Okay. All right. Good to know. I didn't miss an episode this week, at least. I just realized that now that I hadn't seen a Superman and Lois episode this week, and I didn't know if I missed it or not. I can't see Justice U. Nope, it's done. Thank you, Canada Graphs. Yeah, I was doing stuff around the house, so popped in late. Yeah, I know that. Like, I do that all the time too. I'll have a live chat on in the background and I'll like dip out, do a thing, go make food, come back and miss an entire part of a conversation. So I know everyone's not here for every single part of it. There's some nights where it frustrates me. Like if 7 different people come in the chat and ask me the same question, I'm like, were none of you here at the time that I went over it the 6 other times? But I mean, yeah, I've only gone over this one once, and it was right at the start of the stream, so I can understand if you missed it. Are you planning on seeing the Flash movie? Yeah. Paigey said it's better than Dark Knight. I've heard a lot of good reviews from it. Eddie Thawne Cobalt Blue suit looks so cool. I think this is the story arc that they was talking about for the longest. For Eddie Thawne's Cobalt Blue suit looks so cool. I think this is the story arc that they was talking about for the longest, that Eddie Thawne would come between Barry and Iris' marriage. I don't know any of that. I've never heard whatever that theory was. Godspeed would blitz Cecile before she could Doctor Strange him. Nah. Even if he did, Keelan would just snap her fingers and bring her back. That is true, Lionel. Correct. Do you think Bruno's son has powers? Oh, on Superman and Lois? No. Because if he did, I think we would have seen it by now, because he's been like, in situations of like stress, and you'd think it would have come out in some way or shape or form. At this point, I feel like WB would rather have the CW's shows just be streaming on Max and let CW die. Well, CW isn't their network, so why would they care? Like, the only reason they want shows on the CW is to make money. They do not care about the CW personally. They only care about money. So, they do not want it to be just on Max, because that is so much less money they lose out on. So much less. So yeah, they want it on the CW. Keelan can Thanos anybody now. We saw what she did to Mark to get the she did. We have Thanos and Doctor Strange on Team Flash, guys. Just, I don't know if you haven't been paying attention. So how will Grant having COVID at the time affect the finale? I have no idea at all, because I have no idea how many days he was gone for. I don't know how much reworking they had to do. I don't know how many scenes he was able to catch up on later, because he was in town for about 3 to 5 days after shooting was over. It's not rare for actors to stay here several days after a series ends, but that also sometimes is because they're working on finishing scenes that didn't get done in the agreed upon time frame. Sorry guys, give me a second. I got like a itch on the back of my leg here. Just give me a second. It's been bugging me for like 10 minutes. I don't know how it's going to affect the finale. I doubt it'll affect it much, but there might be 1 or 2 scenes that they had to like rejig a little bit to make it work because he wasn't there for something. I mean, we know at least one scene got scrapped where he was supposed to do a scene with Teddy Sears. We know that because of the interview. So, some changes made. Do I think Superman and Lois will move to Max? If I had to give it a percentage chance, yeah, I still think there's a good chance at it, but I feel not great about it. I would say somewhere between 40 and 60%, right in around the 50% range. I'm glad the Flash movie is getting good reviews, because if this is the last ECU movie, it should be a great one. I mean, there's always going to be more DC movies. They just might not be part of that universe. I swear I'm going to keep track after next week and see how long it takes before someone reboots The Flash as a TV show again. It will be somewhere between several years after whenever Warner Brothers gets bought up by somebody else, and never. There's no way it comes on TV with the Warner Brothers we have right now. As long as Discovery is their owner, they'll never, ever, ever fucking put that show together again. Don't forget, we also have Captain America on the Flash. Barry has a shield. All he needs to do is say, "I can do this all day." I thought that was funny how Nora that was possessed by the blue crystal kept using that lightning whip to throw Barry. That one where she threw him through the building was pretty impressive. It's funny because I saw some of that scene being shot, and I knew they did that scene up on the rooftop. The scene where she whips him across through the building. I knew they filmed on the rooftop. I just didn't know what the scene was. But all that other stuff on the ground where she's standing out there with the blue lightning and like demanding the Avatar show up or whatever the hell she said and all that stuff. I saw all that done and I thought that she was good. I assumed the way the scene was shot and the things that were going on, I thought her and Barry were working together in the scene because we don't actually see any from the vantage point we had. We didn't see any of the actual fighting. Yeah. So it's always funny whenever I post photos and people are like, "You're spoiling things." I fucking posted photos and even I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at. Did you hear Michael Rosenbaum tried out for the voice of Batman in the new Batman Cape Crusaders cartoon? He said they loved his Batman, but not his Bruce Wayne. Okay. No, didn't hear, but okay. Didn't even know there was a new Batman cartoon coming out or anything, so no, I wouldn't have known. I forgot to ask, do you think Doomsday is who Superman Lois is fighting on Superman Lois in the scene you saw being shot? Based off of what I saw on the storyboard, off of what was said on set, I think that's supposed to be the case. But I am not going to go on record to say 100% it is because, they can always jigger things up to be slightly off from what you hear, right? I think it is, but I could be wrong. Cobalt Nora should have just killed Barry when she had the chance. Well, she tried. She threw him through a building. It'd be funny if they play Love is a Battlefield in the Flash finale one last time. Not really. It only works if Goldface is there. I'm caught up to the chat somehow, guys. I don't know what's going on here. We've been on for an hour. I think I'll wrap this up in a few minutes, guys. So you have as long as it takes me to type it in chat to get last comments in here. Any last comments should be in before I finish typing this out and posting it here, which will be happening right about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now. All right, you guys are warned. Let's wrap this up. Being skeptical about being Doomsday because we thought season 2 enemy was Doomsday and it turned out to be Bizarro. Yeah, they tricked you once. But that was also at the start of the season, not the end. CG, how many episodes does this season of Superman and Lois have? 13. All right, that is it, guys. We are done. We have wrapped for the week. Everybody can go and enjoy themselves now. You don't have to sit here and listen to me. I tried to do like 5 different words at once. Don't even know which one I was going with. I will definitely, barring some type of massive problem, I will definitely be streaming next week for the finale, 100%, barring some epic problem. I might do. I'll probably do GeoGuessr on Saturday on Twitch, and then maybe here on Sunday on Twitch. Maybe I'll even do like surprise pop-up one like tomorrow or something. Who knows? I kind of feel like I have so much free time right now. I should be streaming at least once more a week than I have been. So we'll see. But that seems to be it for today. Was there anything I forgot? I feel like I forgot. Talked about Carlos. We talked about Justice U. We talked about Superman and Lois. And we talked about the Flash. Okay, I covered everything. All right, guys. That is it for today. I will see you in the future. Thanks for dropping by, and I will see you in the future, which I already said, but maybe I said that in the past, and this is now the future of that. So, all right, bye.